Hey loves! Today we're doing a full face of Wet n Wild. It's been a minute since I've done a dedicated Wet n Wild video and I have a bunch of new products here. A few of these might not be super new, but they're new to me, and I'm also going to test out some old favorites as well. So grab a snack, get cozy, or grab all of your makeup and your brushes and let's do an affordable full face together. So I just wiped off my eyeshadow. The vision was just not coming to life, so we're going to do it again. I'm going to start off with the Mega Last eyeshadow primer. And I think I want to do a little bronze smoky eye today because it's summer and I'm just feeling it. So I just used this. It's like a skin tone color. Just blending that in with a brush because I feel like it looks more seamless. So this is my current favorite drugstore palette and it's from Wet n Wild. It's the Always Naked palette. I got this on Walmart.com and it's just the perfect everyday neutral palette. It's been my go-to. So I think I want to use some of the transition colors in here just because I love them so much. But I also have these little color icon palettes. And I think I want to use one of the bronzy colors in this one. These are the 10 pan palettes. And this one is specifically in the shade Lights Off. So the look that I just did was with another color icon palette. This one is in Call Me Sunshine. It's very warm and bronzed. But these were not super pigmented. Like I remember Wet n Wild shadows, like the original Comfort Zone palette was my jam. And the shadows were just so buttery and intense. And these were okay based on like the colors that I just used, but I might dabble into a few of those shades, but I think I want to go into the Always Naked palette and just start off with these soft browns right here. I will say though, I love that Wet n Wild has just stayed true to their products and their good prices. But this palette is my favorite. I feel like if you're gonna get one, let it be this one. It's so good. It's like a good base for other eyeshadows. And those two colors mixed are nice because they're not too warm. It's just good, soft browns. I think I'm gonna just go in with the bronze color right now. So let's take this shade right here. It feels pretty soft, but it doesn't look like it has a ton of pigment. It's always best, I think, to start with your finger because then that's how you're going to really get that true pigment. Like, it's a pretty shade. I just want a little bit more. Let's try with a brush and spraying it. But I love that color. It's like a true bronze. So I like to dip the brush and then spray the brush. And I'm going to use the Matte Finish Mist. This smells really good and it has a nice mister. See, it's pretty good. I love the smell. It's very pleasant. Okay, it's pretty, but I think I need a little bit more. So let's add let's do a little brown in here. I'm gonna use some of this chocolate brown. I think the mattes might be a little bit better, but still doable. I mean, these are very affordable. They're under 10 bucks. I think you can definitely still make it work, but based on everything that I'm using, I still am loving the Always Naked palette. This one is my favorite, but the other ones are still doable. I do like this though. I love a good bronze smoky eye and it's summer. Like we have to do a bronze smoky eye. Comment down below if you guys are doing anything this summer. Do you have any fun plans? Are you just relaxing? We're not doing anything crazy. Like we don't have any big plans. So we are gonna go to the beach in a few days and I'm so excited. So we're gonna be vlogging. I've been vlogging a little bit more, so if you're into vlogs and just like follow me around, day in the life type of content, definitely subscribe to my vlog channel. It's just JuicyJas Vlogs. I think I want to add a touch of a lighter bronze shade. Let's try this color here. And this is again in the Call Me Sunshine palette. Just want to lighten this up a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. This is a little bit more of a sheer shade, kind of like a topper. But it is really pretty. That's exactly what I wanted actually. Like just a little more golden pop in there. I feel like it brings out the jewelry too. Oops, I just dipped into the wrong one. I like this color. It kind of reminds me of Trophy Wife from Fenty, which I used to wear that highlighter on my cheeks. I mean, it's pretty, but I feel like it's not the most flattering on my skin tone, but it's a gorgeous eyeshadow, but it's really intense. I think this is a little bit more pigmented than the color that I just used, but I like the color that I just used because it's pretty sheer. This is kind of what it looks like. It's sort of like a color shifting golden bronze shade, but I like the little touch of gold that it adds. Let's do a little eyeliner with the green eyeshadow. I might hate this, I might love it, I don't know. But if I don't like it, I'll just go over it with a liquid liner. But I feel like it kind of just goes with the other earthy tones. So I'm using an angled brush, and I did spray it just to get the shadow to stick also a little bit better since it is a matte shade. And it's nice because it's a dark green, so it's still really wearable. It's just gonna add a little pop. And I am getting more fallout just because I'm not really tapping off the excess because I want that full green pigment. I'm just blending in some of that brown eyeshadow right on the outer lid a little bit. I think that is it. I'm gonna do mascara, lashes. Boom. Love it. Every time. You guys know this is my signature, like shadow wings. Come on. We did it. I do like this eyeshadow look, actually. I think it's pretty. I like the little green wing. Just gives it a little pop. For mascara, I have the Breakup Waterproof Mascara in Ultra Black. The wand is a lot bigger than I thought. Feels like a really light mascara. Not super wet, not too dry. Doesn't feel too clumpy too, which is nice. I actually like the formula of this because I have really straight lashes, so I feel like when mascaras are just a little bit too thick or too runny, it kind of just weighs my lashes down. But this one actually is applying really nicely on them. So I don't think I'm going to do any false lashes because I think I really like the mascara on its own, believe it or not. I have really short lashes, and every time, especially I do a smoky eye, I feel like I need to do falsies. But today, since I have the green little shadow wing, it's already so dark, I feel like if I add lashes, it's just gonna take away from it. So only mascara today. It is. And then I'm gonna do the 5-in-1 Essence Primer Liquid. Oh wow, it is very liquidy, but it feels nice. It feels like just a water serum. I really needed this. It feels really good. I'm gonna let that marinate. Definitely hydrated my skin, which I needed. Let's talk about the base products. So one of my all-time favorite foundations was the Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. I actually wore this on my wedding day. Such a beautiful medium to full coverage foundation with a gorgeous dewy finish. Like, it really is so pretty. So I'm excited to use this again today. I have it in golden beige. But I also recently tested the Niacinamide Skin Tint, and this is beautiful if you want something a little bit more light and fresh for summer. I think this is such a beautiful product. Both of these are honestly really good. It just depends on the coverage that you're looking for, but I really like these. So I'm going to show you both. Might be a little bit too light for me, or very much too light for me, but we're going to just have to make it work because I just want to show you how gorgeous this foundation is on the skin. Definitely too light. That's my only complaint. I wish that the shade range was better. But yeah, this is gorgeous. Definitely not a good shade, but it's actually good because the skin tint is slightly too tan for me. So I'm just going to mix both of these today. That's going to be the combo. But the foundation, I love it because it's still lightweight though, even though it is a medium to full coverage kind of product. I feel like this foundation, if it had a better shade range, it would probably be more popular because it is so nice. I like it more than the matte version, but I do like the matte version of the foundation as well. Okay, now I'm going to add just a little bit of the skin tint. This is really light and fresh. Like I said, if you're into light coverage, you're going to like this because the way that this actually wears so nicely, even through like the heat and everything, I was really impressed when I first tested this out. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this. I typically wouldn't layer both of these. I kind of just wanted to show you both of the foundations because I already figured that that other foundation was going to be too light. I was originally just going to go in with this, but I had to give an honorable mention to the Dewy Foundation because it really is such a gorgeous product. We're going to bronze everything, but I think the base looks really nice. I like it. Coverage, finish, I'm here for it. So both of these are great. I think the Wet n Wild Skin Tint is just perfect for summer. So this has been something that I really like, as well as the new e.l.f. foundation that's been like my favorite. So let's add a little bit of blush now. I have two different blushes here. This is the Mega Glow Lip and Cheek color. I just picked this up. It's like their liquid blush. You can also, of course, put this on your lips, but we're gonna do the cheek today. I always like to start on the back of my hand, and then from here, or should I put it on the cheeks? What should I do? What should I do? Let's start from the back of the hand first because just in case I don't want anything to look patchy or lifted. And this one is in Rosy Romance first. Okay, wait, that's pretty sheer. Let's add more. I'm just gonna do it directly on the skin. That's a pretty color. It is very kind of like serum-y. So it has pigment, but it's not intense. Definitely more on the buildable side. I'm gonna start with this color and then I'm gonna add more of like a peachy shade over top. Like it shears out quite a bit once you blend it. Okay, let's try another color. I'm gonna use the shade Coral Dream. This is an IT Cosmetics brush, by the way. That's pretty. I don't mind how sheer they are because I do feel like they are buildable. Definitely just kind of feels like a serum on the skin. It's very lightweight. It's pretty. I like it. I think the e.l.f. Camo liquid blushes are a little bit more pigmented, like if just to compare another liquid blush at the drugstore, but I still really like this formula. I think it also blends really nice too. I like those two shades mixed too. Okay. Cute. You know what? I actually meant to try a different blush. This is the Mega Glow Makeup Blush Stick. And this is literally just like a little glowy blush. Should we just add more? Because I kind of want to. Let's just do it. This is kind of like the color of the two liquid blushes that I used mixed. But this is also really pretty. Let's do a swatch. So you can see this is a blush and a highlighter in one. So look at that gorgeous glow. So I like a 2-in-1 product and I love the shade that this is. It's perfect. It's like a really pretty kind of hybrid pinky golden peach glowy blush. I love it. Has a good blend to it too. I will say I think the blushes are nice. And I'm just applying this directly on the brush like this. And then stippling it in. Okay, we need concealer ASAP, but the blush is poppin'. Love it. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the Incognito All Day Full Coverage Concealer. I've actually never used this before. It's in medium neutral. Oh wow, that's really light. I actually don't really love concealer this light anymore because I feel like it almost emphasizes my under eye sockets. So I try to keep the shades a little bit more neutral sometimes for me nowadays, but let's just go with it. Oh yeah, see, like I feel like it looks worse sometimes when you use a concealer that is too light for you versus just using something that is closer to your skin tone. I might have to use a different one just because this looks a little crazy. It does look like it covers, but that does not feel like a medium neutral shade. It feels honestly like a fair neutral or something really light. So I'm gonna probably just add another concealer. I might just use my JoA Eye Serum Concealer over top because it's a little bit more of a neutral medium tone. But I mean, the concealer, it's creamy. I don't love the shade. That's the only thing. I like the cheek products more for sure. So let's go in with a little contour. I have not used this in so long. It's the dual-ended contour stick and I got the shade Medium Tan. This is so nostalgic. So you get like a little highlighter right here. I'm not going to use this today. I'm just going to use the little bronzer side just to warm up the skin. NYX has a product like this as well, and I really like these because they generally blend really well. Just going to add some bronzer up here. It's pretty warm. They have another one that's more cool tone, but I like it. Then we blend. I'm going to use a clean brush actually. The blend is okay, not bad. I think the NYX Wonder Stick blends a little bit better and more seamlessly, but it's still doable though. It still does blend. You kind of just have to like put a little bit more effort. It's not a super creamy cream contour. I think so far my favorite thing has been the blushes. They are just so gorgeous. I love the pigment and the finish is perfect for like glowy makeup. So those are my favorites. The concealer, I think I'm gonna have to get another shade, but honestly they were all pretty light. So probably gonna just pass on the concealer all around. But I think everything else, so the base looks really good. The blushes and the skin tint, top 2 favorites. So for powder, I've been loving the Photo Focus translucent powder. This is so smooth and I feel like one of the closest dupes to the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder, which I also love, but this is just so smooth. I also love the huge packaging. It's just all around a really good powder. If you have a medium deeper skin tone, you could use this one, but there's also a banana shade as well, which is going to give a little bit more of a bright look. But if you're my skin tone or lighter, you are going to get that dark banana color on the skin. So that's why I love the translucent, because it's just more universal, but it's such a nice powder. I cannot get over it because it's so affordable. So I'm just using a little Sonia Kashuk powder puff. And I'm going to start with my under eyes first. I love it. I wish that this came in a pink version. Even like a peach version would be so pretty because it's such a good powder. And it instantly blurs, mattifies, and just sets the makeup so beautifully. I feel like this is also a staple now in the summertime because it is matte. Now we're going to use the other side. I saw this on TikTok. Another creator mentioned to use the other side of your puff to set your makeup. And it's genius. I'm like, why have I never thought of that? Oh wait, just kidding. I actually have a pressed powder here. This is the 5-in-1 Essence Primer and Finish Powder. So it smooths, conditions, balances. It's supposed to be like a little topper powder that you use at the end of your makeup for like finishing touches kind of thing. Oh wow, I just swatched it. It's really, really light. I don't know if I want to set my whole makeup with that. I'm going to just do the translucent powder. And then I'll just use that other powder as like a little topper at the end to do like finishing touches. But if you're going to get one thing from Wet n Wild, I would say go with this powder. I'm telling you, it is just so gorgeous. Let's add a little bit more bronzer with the Color Icon bronzer. And this one is in Sunset Strip Please. Has a little bit of like a sheen to it. Looks pretty though. Ooh, it gives like a sun-kissed kind of vibe. Very summery for sure. Very pigmented too. I'm using a more dense brush. It's a Rose & Ben C41 just because it is a little bit lighter. So I wanted to pick up more product. And it is really pretty. It's very shimmery though, so if you're not into like a glowy bronzer, you're not gonna like it. Probably used a little bit too much on my forehead, but I do like it. It's a bit more warm, but it's not too muddy. I know as it kind of does look muddy. Let me blend this out. I think this will be a good time to take a little bit of the Wet n Wild finishing powder, tap off the excess. It seems like it's really pigmented. And I'm gonna just dust that over this because honestly I should not have put that on my forehead. I'm just blending it in. Actually does blend really nicely. I like that color. I think it's actually perfect because you could keep it really light or you could use, like I said, a more dense brush to really pack on the color. I think it looks very pretty. Sunset Striptease. Love. Nice. So the bronzer is very pretty, but it is very glowy. So I would probably just stick to applying it around my temples and cheeks. Not so much on the forehead because it is a little bit more glowy now, but I like the tone. It's not too muddy, too orange, and definitely a more kind of summery product, but it looks nice. Okay. Very bronzed, but it's kind of the point though of today's video. We want to be bronzed. The blush kind of faded a little bit, and plus with the bronzer it's already pretty glowy, but I feel like I want a little bit extra glowiness. So I have this little blush lighter here, and it's pretty much like a blush and highlighter in one. You get a pinky tone highlighter and then a lighter regular highlighter, and this one is in I Met Someone. So I'm gonna take that really lightly and just dust that on my cheeks. Oh, wow. Very glowy. You know what? I should have known. Because Wet n Wild highlighters, they do not come to play. That's actually so pretty. I wish that the blush side was a little bit more blushy. It's definitely very just icy, but it's pretty. I think that looks really nice. I love the golden glow. Went on really smooth too. If you want to really concentrate the product, use a thinner brush, or if you want to just kind of sweep it over your cheeks as a little topper, then use something more fluffy. And this is a really old brush from BH Cosmetics. It was from the Nazanin Kavari brush set, one of my all-time favorite brush sets. And I love this for blush, but it's just like a little angled brush. Anyways, I really like the cheeks though. That looks so summery. I love it. Okay, let's finish up the eyes. So I got the Color Icon multi-stick, and this one is in Chocolate Cheat Day. It's like a rich reddish brown. So I had the vision going in my head when I was shopping for some of these products. I'm like, this would be perfect on the waterline. So let's try it out. Ooh, pigment. Super creamy. That went on a lot better than I thought it was going to. The way that this just glides on the waterline. I love this color too. And I feel like it really makes brown eyes pop. This one might be a little bit more on like the reddish side, but it's a really pretty color. I also added a little half lash. These are from Kiss. They're in the style Freckle, and I like them because it still barely looks like I have on. Okay, wait, it's lifting a little bit. It doesn't really look like lashes. It just gave a little more volume on the outer corners, which I feel like I needed when I added that brown liner, which by the way is amazing. I love this shade. It just gave it a very sultry look, so I felt like I needed a little more, a couple more lashes. So the little corner lashes were perfect. But I do have the new lip oils here, which I do want to swatch. So let's just do that first. First color, Sweet Cherries. I just picked these up at Walmart, and I haven't really seen anybody talk about them, but they look really good. So this one is in Sweet Cherries. Very sheer cherry. It's pretty much almost clear on the lips, but it feels really smooth. Has a very mild sweet scent, and I do like the doe foot. It doesn't feel sticky, but it does give some pretty shine. So here is Sweet Cherries. I'm gonna just do each one just with no lip liner or anything so we can see the color. The next one is in Fuzzy Pillow. Ooh. It's like a milky peach. This is a pretty color. I like this one a lot. Fuzzy Pillow. Next color, Dress Code. Oh wow, I love this color. Gorgeous. Next color, Vintage Society. I like how they do have color though. It's sheer, but it's pretty. This one's like Your Lips but better. Next color is Cedar Rose. This is also kind of like Your Lips but better, but a little bit lighter. Also do like this color. It's more clear, but it's pretty. They feel really moisturizing. I like the doe foot. They don't feel like too heavy on the lips. It's just like a really lightweight, hydrating sheer wash of color. And last but not least, we have the shade Merlot Glass. Love the colors, the formula. I feel like they do pick up pretty like pinky reddish, but they're stunning. These are all so pretty. I think they have a nice amount of color payoff. They feel nice and moisturizing. I love the doe foot applicator. I honestly really like all the shades. Fuzzy Pillow, such a pretty sheer peach. And then the other colors give like, I think nice like popsicle cherry hues on the lips. So I wanted to try those on, but I want to do a more nude lip combo just to complement the eyes. So I don't know why Wet n Wild doesn't have more lip liners, but this is the only one that I could find. It is the Rich Defying color in Brandy Wine. This is one of the most affordable lip liners. I think it was like $1.50 or something. I definitely think I tried this before. I wish Wet n Wild had more lip liners. I feel like they did before, but I have not seen them. No, they definitely did have lip liners. This is actually a really pretty color. All right, now let's top that off with a little lipstick. This is the new Rich Satin Lipstick in Hush Lil Beige. pretty neutral nude. Let's see. Let's set the makeup with the matte finish spray. I want to see if this is actually going to mattify my face. I mean, I'm not really like shiny, like my face feels like it's set with powder. It's just more glowy from the products. But let's see if this gives me any more of like a matte finish. I forgot to add gloss. Let's do that while this kind of marinates a little bit. This is the Mega Slick Gloss in the shade Too Sweet. So there we have it, a full face of Wet n Wild. I really love this look. The only thing I'm so mad at myself that I didn't just mix the foundation and skin tint. I was trying to show you each product individually, but I ended up mixing it anyway, so it was kind of a fail. I should have just mixed to get a more seamless color. But both of these are really flawless individually. I like them a lot. Currently, I'm really loving the skin tint because it's so perfect for this time of year. Very lightweight and fresh. But regardless of the ghost face, I still really like the complexion. Minus the concealer, I know I didn't really get to test it out because it was a little bit too light, so I had to add another one over top. I wish this came in more shades because judging by the formula, it does go on really creamy. But it didn't really look like it had a ton of coverage when I first applied it, just with the light shade. So that's the only thing. I feel like maybe it's not as full coverage as I thought it was going to be. But out of everything that I used though, I think the cheek products definitely stand out to me the most. I also love the new lip oils. The cheeks were just very glowy. I feel like if you love glowy products, you're gonna love a lot of Wet n Wild's blush and bronzers and their highlighters in general. They just really get the glow down perfectly, and I think everything was really pretty. I wish the liquid blushes were a little bit more pigmented, but I still like the buildable formula. They blend really nicely. You might just have to use a little extra, especially if you're going to set it with a powder so you can still see that color peeking through, because I felt like I needed more blush even after I set. So I really like the lip combo. I think the lip liner, for what it is, being $1.50, it's a nice lip liner. I like the color. You just have to kind of work with it a little bit because it's not super creamy, but it's still good for what it is. If you want a really creamy lip liner, e.l.f. has some amazing ones for $2. But the Wet n Wild lip oils are fabulous. I think they have a lot of pigment and I love the shine to them. So these are nice. Out of all the eyeshadows, the Always Naked is still my favorite go-to palette. I love it. I love Wet n Wild lipsticks. I loved this multi-stick. This is so incredibly creamy. This impressed me, I think, the most out of all the eye products. I love the way this looks on the waterline. It's such a pretty, warm, rich brown. I don't really feel like the setting spray mattified my skin, but it does feel very refreshing and I like the smell. It's very pleasant. Same with the primer. I mean, it felt hydrating. I don't know about it being smooth and minimizing my pores and everything, but it did feel nice and hydrating. I'll definitely continue using a lot of these products, but overall I think Wet n Wild is a really cute brand. They have great products at a great price. A couple hits and misses, but all in all, they have good stuff and I think a lot of these are definitely worth trying. So let me know your favorite Wet n Wild product down below in the comments. And also don't forget to check out my one brand tutorial playlist. If you have not already, make sure you subscribe for new videos every week and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye!